Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tir na Lial. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder Folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
Ah.
Double shaves.
Oh.
Her Grace awaits inside.
Here at last. We lack only Damien now. I'm worried something might have happened to him.
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Sintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine, and it was he who specified the victims for the...
Still don't know this Sintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then...
Need to find the Sintrian, even if none of it's his doing. Besides, it's one thing to know who... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Sintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street
Don't care. Down to business. You learn anything?
I will start at the beginning. The port warehouse where the wine was delivered. We identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Sintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she reckoned. On the Sintrian's arm...
The singer? I've heard of her.
The same. We went to her. A chambermaid claimed
The Mandragora?
A club. An affiliation of...
Never heard of it.
They exude, all arrive in elaborate
Gotta nab the Sintrian.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouth.
Out of the question. If the Sintrian truly...
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go...
Precisely what we shall...
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always... Geralt, you must...
Audacious rat, the Sintrian. But we'll get him.
My strength's gone.
Ow!
Witcher, what a mincemeat.
It's him! Get him!
Come on!
Choke on it, you rapscallion! We've got to go working together.
Didn't look like locals. Damien's right. I'm a hunted man.
Welcome, my...
Need a bit of groom. Gwent, maybe we could play around.
Sacre bleu.
Excuse me?
There is no excuse.
All jest.
I'm...
Thank.
Ever your servant, sir. Tailoring is an art which a great man... Ah!
All jest.
I'm...
Thanks.
Ever your servant, sir.
Don't crowd around.
Reginald Aldry has returned, not to be missed. Buy your tickets now.
Another murder by the horrid beast.
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. Not all bad. Just one other...
A mask?
All who...
Any idea what?
Likely, because they imagine it. The truth is far simpler. This one...
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecile. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I...
Right. Right.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary... Tonight I
We...
You are admired.
It...
That's here.
Seek?
Meaning?
Cecilia wears...
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Koviri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find...
Go on, Geralt. Be bold. Show us the artist in you.
Good artist acts in interest. Come,
It's a paradigm manifested.
Paradise, paradise. Oh, the damn fool.
silence. The artist must focus.
I got it. It's the Soritor.
It's not a landscape, you pleb. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Blue blood is all I see.
but to serve with the best. Or a deeply internalized fear of intimacy.
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a deep, yet green, lush and verdant as a field of vines.
To vines and to wine!
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
Composition takes shape.
Yes, it's sure to be a masterpiece.
Scarlet crimson monster. Nice lips, full sensually parted lips. Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle.
Sure to be in one of the alcoves.
This painting, it's rather... It's very...
Bloody colorful, that's what!
ignorance.
Absinthe, the preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Your war says you've made no efforts to understand. It's a metaphor of the constant struggle for power and influence.
Venture beyond the bounds of cognition. Color is but the shadow of generations on the nature of existence. It is then false to the work's ultimate meaning.
The other one.
It must be someone
Need I remind you, it's neither did you.
How fares your my employers?
For that stipend, there are great men. What's that?
Cecilia, are you sure it's an original?
My employer.
Please leave. This is a private alcove.
Cecilia never should. We are busy. It's an outrage, Cecilia.
It's very...
We must throw off the manacles of form. Venture beyond the bounds of cognition.
The great why. Piece of dust.
That's to say, the other one.
Color is but the shadow of generations on the nature of existence. It must be someone famous, I think. Such talent.
Do not disturb!
Need to talk to your mom.
To me?
Lie still!
We came here to meet.
To meet me?
Centrian Noble, you came.
Centrian Noble?
Orchid, confused.
I told you not to...
As she concluded her...
Really like to talk.
Like many here.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecile...
Excuse me, madame. This painting, it's rather... It's very...
Ignoramus.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Empty, heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see. Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things. Ah, how beautiful. Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck. The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come, we must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be...
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace.
Shh! Not so loud.
Yes, Your Grace.
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course.
Looking for
She's in her dress.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room.
Yes, Your Grace.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs. Good to see you, Geralt. That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat.
Didn't go up.
You must find him before...
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after the...
Bloody handprint. It's his. Killed her, then went out on the balcony. Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too. Must have climbed this ladder. Could still be hunting knife. knife. Need to stay alert. Ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Bloodstains. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Locked. No key in sight. Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Sconce is bent, smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it. Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out, fall out. Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like. Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Jewel's still here.
So, this is the track?
Indeed, this is him.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centrians killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burg.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
None too
Why? Because a hairpin might look like...
Claim the man would...
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring...
Mm-hmm. After this is...
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young...
Jewel seems
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief...
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful.
So... Is this the only evidence we...
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine.
More recently, the family's lost...
Know any more about this?
His grandfather, Roderick, is...
Oriana, word gets out, he...
Discretion is in the interest of us all.
Forgive me, madam.
You must excuse me a moment.
Oriana,
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beasts.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call...
It... My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy.
Think your sister...
You see...
Here, that's normal.
True. The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys. But I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl. Someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen. Or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going... What did your sister...
Siana...
Parents run afoul of...
No. She was born at an
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth.
She was angry. I recall one such scene. We were children. Siana knew. Cedric stole his father's sword. In the end, they... Your mission has gained... No matter what...
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire. We are lending our combined resources to the Witcher's hunt.
Ah, yes.
They came to pay me a surprise visit. Witcher, I hear you know Regis...
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis.
Curious. It seems opposites.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said... Master Witcher, maybe you could
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. What might a monster wish to apologize to a Witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trade for now.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively...
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the...
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith. An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detlaf here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detlaf believes you'll succeed in... That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renner.
Guessing it's no accident you...
It would be quite some...
Oriana.
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she said... But I shall tell you all about her.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the...
That's splendid news. If they are there...
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost...
Do you mean to say your task now...
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way...
I hope you know what you're doing.
Splendidly, Detlaff. Ah, I'm grateful. You're back.
Contrary to what common folk...
Regis. Gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace. Always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out? You have exceptional friends.
Don't know him too well.
Not much, but I've a good...
So what's his?
Sensitive. Sad. He carries within him the...
Didn't expect the...
Neither did I.
Mm-hmm.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count Delacroix' mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Another murder by the horrid beast! Built under pay...
Greetings. I hope your search goes well.
What do you have on... Farewell.
Good luck.
Sir Witcher? Dupont and... All manner of goods and services, cheap, reliable, purchase today, or you plan to purchase tomorrow.
Huh?
A Witcher. What a minute. I'm my own master with a bottle in front of me. The jaw-dropping man-comb Witcher. Surely you drink.
The guard brings peace to our domains. flout its writ and rot in chains. Go on. Drink up while...
A witcher. We could use one around here. Full time.
Before long, you will have to look to fairy tales to find a witcher or knight.
Let's ride!
Take him alive!
An illusion.
Grab the hood!
You'll never learn.
For you this day. Let us kill! Let us murder!
Shall we fight?